Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sword, otherwise known as Katana Crossing, and today I will be building a gyroid garden. How cute, right? So I am so excited to show you guys how I built this. So first I started out with all this like open space kind of on the left side of my island, and I just went in with the dark dirt path and started shaping out where the area is gonna be. I feel like this helps so much whenever you're about to do a build, just so you like know where you want to place everything, plant everything, etc. So next I'm going in with these raised planter boxes. I have the code up on the screen if you guys want to use these as well, and you will see there's a lot of trial and error in this build because this is not the shape that I keep in the end. I end up doing something totally different, so I just wanted to leave the first bits in just to show you guys how the real thought process goes through when I'm actually doing a build. So I'm placing down these petaloids, which are these adorable gyroids that have like the little petals coming out on their heads, and they're just so cute. They just look like, you know, flower gyroids essentially. So these are the gyroids I'm going to be using in this build. So I tried to kind of try different color combinations just to see what they looked like. This is what it ended up looking like, and I also decided for the flowers I was going to use tulips. This is not how I'm going to actually do the build. I ended up completely changing this out, so you'll see that here in a second, but I did leave this part in because I did keep the white lattice fencing, which is what I'm using to fence in this little garden area, and I love it. I love that we have all kinds of colors in the lattice fencing now, and I think it just adds so much to the game. So this is the fencing that I did. This is where I go in and change out where I want everything located. So I used the natural dirt path that you see on the screen. You guys can definitely get it too. This is what I've been using a lot on my island lately, and I kind of tried to just make a little windy dirt path through the center of the garden, just so there's like a little area to walk and, you know, it's not too filled out. And then I placed the planter boxes more on the edges so that there's more room for whenever I want to plant like the actual flowers and the tulips as well. So I will show you guys how I lay all that out. So I decided to instead do just one color for each set of planter boxes. So I did purple, and then I did like a pink combination here, and then I think at the very bottom I also did the white and the yellow. You can make it more natural looking than what I did, but this is just what I ended up going with. And then I went in with the light dirt path, and this is going to be where I plant the actual tulips. I know it looks a little weird because, you know, it shows the green grass, but hey, it is what it is. So here I went in and I did the same thing with the tulips. I tried to combine them with the same color scheme as I used for the petaloids. So, you know, did the pink tulips next to the pink gyroids, the yellow tulips next to the yellow gyroids, you know, you get the gist. So then I kind of just fixed up the path a little more because I made some changes, so I just wanted to make the path a little bit slimmer and more windy. this is gonna be the part where you guys are gonna be like, what the heck, Sword? I know we're not supposed to pick our flowers or whatever, but they grow back, and you'll see what I'm trying to do here. So since we can't actually plant flowers on custom designs, what I did is instead I plucked the tulips and I dropped one on each blank spot to make it look like there's actual tulips growing out of it. But I will be time traveling to the next day to make sure that the tulips that we picked do grow out, so it doesn't look all wonky, of course. But I think it looks really cute this way. I think it makes it look like there's an actual, you know, garden going on. So this is what it turned out to look like. I think it looks so adorable, especially with the little noises that the petaloids make. I also used some of the tulip surprise boxes around here too. This part I'm just adding a bunch of decor like garden wagons, butterfly models, green leaf piles, just things to spruce up the place and make it look more filled and just more like a garden with all the bug models and whatnot. So the next part, we needed someone to take care of the garden. We need someone to tend to this garden. So who did I choose? Daisy. Daisy's gonna be the new caretaker. I was laughing so hard at this part. I don't even know why. I just think it's so funny that I'm just randomly putting her on this secluded cliff. You guys will see I'll have an incline going down to it, but I just decided I'm gonna put Daisy on a secluded cliff that goes down to a gyroid garden that she's obligated to take care of now. I am the worst, honestly. I mean, if someone did this to me, I would be upset, but Daisy, I mean, she looked happy. You know, she looks like the type of gal who's never killed a plant in her life. So we made Daisy the garden tender of this lovely gyroid farm, gyroid garden, whatever you want to call it. So I just kind of placed her on this little cliff, had it fenced in. I used the wooden partition to make it look like there's like a gate that's open to the garden, and I don't know, I thought it looked really cute. And yeah, I just wanted to purposely place her on just like this tiny cliff that just goes down to the garden, just to do something a little bit different than what I usually do. Here I decided to plant a bunch of trees. It's gonna be in cherry blossom season, so I want like a bunch of pink sakura trees around her house, you know, just so it doesn't look so bare. And yeah, I think it looks a lot better with like the trees all around. I'm definitely gonna add more to the surroundings later on. And I also used the white vertical board fence to kind of just fence in the little cliff that she's on as well. So she's literally just fenced in to this area. Honestly, she's fenced in to her garden now. And then here I decided to use these storefront items because I think they're such a cute color. They really match her actual house, and I decided to place them together to make them look like a little garden shed. I put down a garden wagon and some like little gardening tools around the area just to make it look like it's actually being used and she actually goes out and tends to her petaloids and her tulips. And then here is the spring path I've been using all over my island that I'm using to kind of place down that goes into the garden itself. I didn't really focus on this as much, so it's not placed down perfectly, but this is kind of the idea of how the entrance looks in going into the garden. So this is how it turned out. I think it turned out so cute, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that this was pretty, you know, simple. It's not a very complicated build, but I do think it's really fun how creative we can get with the gyroids. I feel like they serve different purposes, and I love that they all like make noise and they're actually super active. I don't know, they don't feel like objects. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me forcing Daisy to be a new gyroid garden tender, I guess. She's a gardener now, so whether she likes it or not. So let me know if you did enjoy this. Make sure to give this video a big like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Turn on your post notifications if you want to keep up with new videos and streams. And I hope to see you all in my next video or stream. Bye!